up, then double down. Historic performance as the Raps taking on the Magic. VanVleet bottoms. VanVleet corner three. We're doing that thing, Steve, where we put numbers on the floor.
See that?
That's four. It's like Schoolhouse Rock. The magic number 3. And VanVleet continues to pull and make and pull and make. He will continue for the foreseeable future. 8 threes in the first half. That's the most and a half in the history of the Raps franchise. Third quarter.
Give it to Fred.
That's the game plan. VanVleet, all 3 of these. His night, Norman Powell. Give it to VanVleet. Do it again.
Get it to Fred.
Spinal tap. It goes to 11. Through 3 quarters, VanVleet has 46 points, 14 of 18 from the floor, including 11 of 13.
Who's checking him?
Kyle Lowry. So you got to guard that 3-point line. You get the easy 2 for half a hundy. We're at 50. We want more. The Raptors are going to win this game. The question now is just how many spread going to finish with?
He's tired.
He ain't that tired. Whatever. We're dribbling. We're not dribbling. Whatever we're doing. We're scoring 54 points. You see DeMar DeRozan with a shout on Twitter. 54 points for VanVleet, 17 of 23 from the floor, 11 threes in the game for him. You love a shot chart like this where you've got this many green circles.
A lot of green donuts.
Not a whole lot of red X's. Very few red X's. That ties for the second most points in NBA history by a player who took fewer than 25 shots. And then the happy scene in the locker room. Dude didn't get drafted. Didn't blink. Told that draft party that night, it's all right, bet on yourself. That's why we're fond of Fred. And we salute his night. The 54 points also establishes a single-game record for an undrafted player. Prior to tonight, that belonged exclusively to Moses Malone. And that is a little bit misleading because Moses went to the ABA rather than going to Maryland and playing for Charles Grice Frizzell, a.k.a. Lefty. Great to see VanVleet continue to reap those benefits. Star power on display in Brooklyn, where it snowed like 8 feet. Clippers have won 10 of 11. Kawhi. And the Clips, Kyrie, and the Nets. Up and under. Beautiful scoop shot in transition. You're being challenged at every level.
We piping noise card in the highlights now?
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. Joe's doing his thing up in Connecticut. Irving steps back. 29 through 3. The Nets trail by 2. We head to winning time. Pass stolen away here. Kawhi in transition. Team high 33. Under 6 to go. Kyrie uses the screen. Buries that. We're tied at 102. In transition, Kyrie, you back up, you're going to pay. Season high 39 for Kyrie. Next Brooklyn possession. It's Harden. Batum getting worked in this portion of the highlight. Nets making an 8-point game. The thin man.
Give it to him.
Durant, he steps into a 3. Big 3 taken over. That's ridiculous to have that kind of trio of talent. Durant
Great
had
calls
28.
by Nash, though.
Sure, you do stuff. Marcus Morris converts it. It's now a 4-point game. Paul George, a big 3. It's a 1-point game after a couple free throws. Clips down by 3. Kawhi tries to push. Foul him. More coaching there.
Yeah.
1-point game after the makes.
Oh!
Love it. Wide open, Jeff Green.
And
one. What's a number? What a pass from Harden. He finishes with 23, 14, and 11, his 4th triple-double since joining the Nets. They're 7-2 against winning teams.
Over 242.
Wizards have 2 wins against them. No big deal. Not a lot of other wins. That's the issue. Plenty more from the NBA on the way. Busy night across the sport. In the college game, unbeaten Baylor gives you plenty to admire. Top 5 in scoring, number 1 in three-point shooting percentage, top 3 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Scott Drew's team is unbeaten and an absolute wagon. They got 4 road games versus ranked Big 12 teams remaining, so there are plenty of opportunities for them to stumble. It's just that they haven't looked real wobbly yet. Haven't had a close game, at least not late. They're number 2. Shaka's team is ranked number 6. First ever matchup of 2 AP top 10 teams from the state of Texas. Davion Mitchell kicks to Jared Butler, and Baylor begins the game as they do, blitzing you 8-0. For Texas, they have got as much athleticism as anybody in the country. Mac Holman, big triple, 4-point game. Other end of the floor, Mitchell working on Andrew Jones. Davion.
Momentum killer.
Such a tremendous score. Butler and Mitchell combined for 29 in the first. Texas 34 as a team. But again, Texas has got the players to hang in it.
Right out the gate.
Jones corner 3, 4-point game. Longhorns down 1. Mitchell loses it at the rim. Let's run. Woo-hoo-hoo! And Jones, who had 25. All right. Tie game. But here's the thing. You feel good? You guys know how to run, huh? Okay. Stick around. Adam Flagler 3. Bears up 3. Then here's the Greg Brown dunk. That cuts the lead to 4. And I get why you would pose and enjoy this, because that's as filthy a dunk as you can get. But he gets teed up. They make the free throws and then immediately go on a run.
He got Baylor mad, Scott.
Well, and they got a bunch of adults, as we've discussed.
Don't get Baylor mad.
Well, Mitchell to the rim, and Mitchell, 5 of 7 from 3, effortless score. And Baylor, again, close for a little bit, but in the end, they win going away by 14. So 8 games stand between Baylor and a perfect regular season. Road includes, as I mentioned, plenty of tough games against teams in the top 25 BPI rankings. You got road dates in Norman, Morgantown, and Lawrence. Credit to the caliber of Baylor that BPI gives them a 30% chance to win all those games. Michigan State hadn't had a 4-game losing streak in 14 seasons. Tom Izzo tends to figure things out, but this year's team struggling in ways we just aren't used to seeing. But they go to Iowa, ranked top 10, and they start out strong. Aaron Henry hits a 3. They're up 10. A couple minutes later, Rocket Watts got a bit of a mismatch with Luka Garza. Up 11. Spartans scored more in the first half against Iowa than they did all game last week against Rutgers. They put that behind them. But this Iowa team, they're like Baylor, they're like Gonzaga. They can score in spurts in a hurry. Patrick McCaffrey with the throwdown. Game tied at 61. Under 5. Still just a 5-point game. Off the miss.
Arzilla.
Yep, Luka Garza, just impossible to keep off the glass, impossible to keep out of the box score. The lead grows to 7. Garza eclipsed the 2,000-point mark in his fine career. The lead's 9. But Michigan State would stay in the fight. Down 5. Block of Garza. Let's run. And it's Henry. Finishes with a team-high 24. Sparty's within 3. 2-point game, under a minute to go. Shot clock winding down. Got to get a shot off. They got a number of guys that are fine options, but it takes Garza too long to get that shot up. That's a violation. Ensuing possession, Joshua Langford. He's battled through injuries during his time in East Lansing. That's halfway down. It comes back out. Garza, game-high 27 in Iowa. Hangs on to win by 6. Stay in the Big Ten, the game we follow. Fighting Illini have won 6 of 8. Taking on an Indiana team in this rugged Big Ten. You got lots of opportunities to win games, but they could use some high-profile wins. Kofi Coburn, I don't understand how he doesn't get 40 a game. It's like college Shaq. He's just so